What's going on, guys? My name is Nick Foy, the founder of AskNickFoy.com, a marketing website where you can learn more about websites, building traffic, getting an audience, email marketing, selling courses, making money, lots of different topics on online business. So today we're going to be going over emails, types of emails you can include in your newsletters that you're sending out to your email subscribers. Or if you do like one-time broadcast emails that you blast out to your entire email list, there's different ways that you could send out different types of emails. So if you head over here, I'll link to this blog post below in the video. You can actually download my list of 11 types of emails to sell if you want to check it out. It's a 6-page guide, but we're going to go over it briefly here in this blog post today. So first off, what's an autoresponder series or a newsletter series? So here I'm going to be in my ConvertKit account. This is my email software. So it's got subscribers where I can look at how many subscribers I'm getting each day to my email list. And that's a result of putting these different email embed forms on your web pages. So throughout my website, I put these different forms in, trying to capture people's name and email address to grow my email list. But in exchange, I'm giving something of value. So in this case, I'd be giving away the 11 types of emails to send. On other websites like my real estate website, I give away like a marketing guide that teaches people how to find real estate deals. So you give away some kind of guide, put the form in the page. Now you grow your website. So you can see the total subscribers over time. The chart's going up and up and up. So we've got almost 7,000 subscribers now on my email list currently. I do go in and clean it from time to time, deleting subscribers that are inactive, that no longer open my emails. But when we want to send a broadcast email, which is a blast that I'd send out to like 5,000 subscribers, we click on the broadcast button. It opens up this page here. You can see some of my past broadcasts that I've blasted out. So the last one I sent out was, a resource for how to hit better tee shots on the golf course for one of my golf brands, or the 7 best range finders for golfers. So I blast this out to 5,000 recipients typically each time, and about 30% open rates, 5 to 6% click rates, and I do get unsubscribers from time to time as well that no longer want to get emails from me. So we create a new broadcast. We just click the new broadcast button. Again, I'll link to ConvertKit down below as well if you want to learn how to use the ConvertKit email software. All right, so I just pick who I'm sending my email from. So in this case, I'd send it from my golf website. I pick my subscribers. So I have a list of 6,800 subscribers. I oftentimes will segment my subscribers into different groups so that I can pick specific groups I want to target certain emails towards. Or we can set up like a general newsletter under sequences. And this is where I can blast out, a weekly newsletter email that I already pre-write ahead of time. So for example, my Foy Golf Academy newsletter, I currently have 2,800 subscribers going through it. It's a 78-day sequence with 77 emails. So they're literally getting like an email almost every day for 78 days. Now, that might be a little overdoing it for some of you, but for me, I like to try to send out, a lot of emails to try to drive sales. So actually what I've done right now is I've set it to where it's only sending out Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So they are getting a day break in between. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, they don't get emails from me. All right. And then on the weekends, they don't get emails from me. That way I can save the weekend for blasting out those broadcast emails. That way I know they haven't gotten email that day and I can send a fresh email to my entire list. So that's a little structure, a little preview of what I'm doing with ConvertKit. Now back on topic here, the 11 types of emails. So that's what an autoresponder series is. Now the different types of emails you could include in your newsletter series. So back to here, this 77 emails that I've written out here. As you scroll down the left hand side, you can see all these different emails I've already set up. We can click in and out of each one. So I've got all kinds of different types of emails which come from this 11 checklist here. So first we've got the quick win, we've got the exclusive email, the filter email, the sneak preview email, the free resource, the story and lesson email, the student story, like a testimonial, the what are you struggling with, the do you hate me, the where have you been, and which one describes you best. So to go through each of them briefly, starting with the quick win email, this is an email where you get the subscriber to take action and see a fast result. You give them momentum. So for example, with my golf email newsletter, I'd send a quick win email that tells the subscriber to try out a specific golf putting drill the next time they're at the golf course. So I might say, hey, go make 10 putts in a row from 3 feet. and then they work on this. It builds their confidence to complete the drill, and it leaves them feeling accomplished. Like I tell them what to do, they go do it, and they see results. So that's a quick win email. When you give somebody a task for them to go do to see results, that's the quick win. That starts building that trust that you actually know what you're talking about, that you have helpful information that's going to help them achieve a certain goal they're trying to get to. The exclusive email is next. So you want your emails to subscribers to feel like they're getting exclusive content that no one else is getting. So therefore, keep some of your best stuff for your email subscribers only. Don't use it out on your blog post, on your website, or on your YouTube channel. So you could say here, thanks for joining my email list. Here's like an exclusive, downloadable guide that no one else has access to. Make them feel special, like they're getting exclusive content. And that's how you're going to get them to open up your emails time and time again, because they're going to be coming back thinking, is today a day that I'm going to get, a helpful resource or a helpful guide that nobody else has gotten yet? Being on the email list, you want them to have some sort of incentive to be on your email list. All right, the filter email. This is another one that's important to have. So you want to send an email specifically asking people to unsubscribe. So wait, what? You want them to unsubscribe? So yeah, exactly. You want them to unsubscribe by asking them to unsubscribe. That means that you're basically filtering out people from your email list that don't really want to be on your list and stick around. So for example, if I go back here to my very intro email, let's go back to one of my very first series. What I like to do is in my opening email, I have a welcome series here. It's a 5-day sequence with 6 emails. They go through the welcome series. When they get done, that transfers them over to my Foy Golf Academy newsletter series. So that way I can filter out people in this intro series. They get my initial emails the first week. If they decide to unsubscribe, they unsubscribe. And then the ones that are most dedicated that are left get transferred over to that next email series that starts up after day 7. So in the opening email, I let them know about their membership, and then I even say somewhere in here about unsubscribing. I say now's a good time to unsubscribe if you don't want to receive these weekly golf tips and emails from us. We don't want to load up your inbox with unopened emails, and we certainly like to keep our email list clean with our most serious golfers, so it's a win-win. Just hit the unsubscribe button to be removed from all future emails. So I put that paragraph in there to let them know, hey, get off my email list if you don't want my emails. I'm pretty straightforward. So that's a strategy you can use as well. The sneak preview email. You'll also want to send emails from time to time that start to get into a series of lessons or tips, but you only review a few of them to the reader in the email. You'll stick in a call to action telling them to check out the full list of tips on your website or blog post you've written. So an example, let's say you give them tip number 1 and 2 today on how to improve their sleep. And then you say, for the remaining tips on how to improve your sleep, click the link to read the full article on the website. All right, so what that would look like over here in my email. So for example, this email, could have just been a tease where we write a couple sentences like right here. So let's say we wrote a little intro paragraph giving them a couple tips. And then we say, for the rest of those tips, please click the link and go to the blog post. And that's how you can drive that traffic over to your blog post to get them onto your website where they can, play around finding other articles, or maybe they come across your products that you're promoting. The free resource email, people love free things, especially if it's relevant to them. So creating like free worksheets or free PDF guides that they can download, or maybe you offer like a free coupon or a free video they can go watch that nobody else has access to. Giving away some sort of free resource, free value to them. That's going to keep them coming back, opening up more emails. It's going to help boost your open rates because they're going to be interested when you're going to give away more free stuff. But you don't want to overdo it, because if they get used to giving free stuff all the time, then they might not buy your products. They might wait till something goes on sale, or they might just keep taking advantage of your free stuff only and not actually upgrading to your paid stuff. But the other benefit of using the free resource email, when you do give away these free resources, it shows them that you create quality content, quality resources, and you can throw some sort of little sales pitch in there. Like, if you want more of these types of resources, then, download my product or buy my product, join my academy, join my membership website, give them some sort of call to action so they can see. First, they get a little sample run of what your free content, your free resource is like. And when they realize it's good, they'll start to think, hey, his product must be, really good as well. And that's going to get them then into, like a membership website or buying some sort of product you're selling. So That's why when you go into stores, you see them giving away free samples of food so that hopefully later you go in the grocery store and you buy that type of food. Next, we've got the story and lesson learned email. So this is one where you tell a story and then at the end you tell what lesson you learned. It gives them value. People love stories. Stories hold people's attention. If you ever notice when somebody starts telling a story, you start to pay attention more to it rather than when you're just talking normal conversation. So you can use this strategy with email as well, giving some sort of story of maybe how a product worked for you or was successful for you, what it changed your life. You can also do that with the student story email where you give testimonials of students. So if you're like a fitness instructor, trying to promote a workout program, you might talk about other students who've gone through your fitness training and, share their stories of how they lost a bunch of weight, share their testimonials, their reviews, and that builds credibility and can help, get those readers of your email to then take action on your product. The what are you struggling with email. So it's also important from time to time to, actually talk to the subscriber like they're a real person. Like you're actually sending out an email to them saying, hey, how are things going? What can I do for you? What are you struggling with currently? That shows you care. It builds that stronger relationship. They're likely to respond back, which then gives you feedback. So you now know their problem. You can then go create content that's probably going to help not only them, but help other people as well. So if you're not sure what sorts of content to put out on your website or you're trying to figure out a product idea, you can just send out these types of emails to your email list to get feedback, what people are struggling with, and then you can go build the solution for them, either as free content you give them, or you can turn it into some sort of paid product that you focus around these problems. Next, we've got the do you hate me email. So from time to time, what I like to do, you can see this growing list here. I've only got 7,000 subscribers, which is a lot still compared to most people, but it's not that big of a list size compared to the others out there that have massive 50, 100,000 subscriber lists. But the reason being, I've actually cleaned my list a lot of times. So I've probably had 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers over my lifetime. And you can see that I've even sent 773,000 emails. So I've had lots of subscribers. I've sent lots of emails over the lifetime of this account. But currently, I've only got 6,844 subscribers. And it's because I go through and I clean my list. I get rid of subscribers that don't want to receive my emails, that don't open my emails. So the do you hate me email is a good way to do that. If you put do you hate me in your email subject, people are more likely to open the email to check it out. And then inside the email, you can address the fact they haven't been opening any of your emails in a while. So you can ask them, hey, why haven't you been opening my emails? Do you still want to be on my list? Or you could put the do you hate me subject if you're about to promote a product. If you notice they haven't taken advantage of an offer yet, let's say you ran a sale for a couple days and into your email list and you notice that they haven't turned into a customer, they're still tagged in your email software as a non-customer. You could send out the do you hate me email to all your non-customer tagged subscribers and let them know like, hey, do you hate me? Like here, I'm offering you this product at a sale, at a coupon. Where have you been? Why haven't you joined yet? So that's the next type of email. And kind of bouncing off that, we have the where have you been email, which is real similar. It's just a way to word it differently, to change the subject, to say, where have you been? So it basically says, hey, John, why haven't you been opening my emails, man? Where have you been? These emails are just going unopened. You've been cold. So it's a way to try to reconnect to see if they still actually want your content or if they've already made the decision they don't want your content, but they just haven't unsubscribed yet. So you can go in and try to get them to, take some sort of action. You could put two different links in there. You could put a reactivation link or you could put an unsubscribe link. So if they click the reactivation link, you could have your email software tag them then as, a warm subscriber again. If they don't click the link, they could be marked, as a cold subscriber, or they could even have the option to unsubscribe if you put that option in your email as well. So the where have you been email, it's a good way to start, reconnecting with people that haven't been opening your emails. Maybe they start opening from then on. Once they see that as the subject line, maybe they take action and unsubscribe. And then final, we've got the which describes you best email. So within your email, you want to ask questions to learn more about the subscriber. This helps you understand how you can help them better and send more content that's relevant to them. So for example, I asked my golfers which phrase describes their problem best. I list out different phrases related to putting, chipping, the mental game, the golf swing. So I find out which area of golf they're struggling with most. That gives me some feedback. It also lets them know that I'm curious, what they're struggling with, so it builds that relationship between me and the subscriber. So which describes you best is a good one, to kind of get a feel for what, what problems that they're facing, or or maybe what types of solutions or products they'd like you to create. You could do like a survey type thing. You can also hook up, links that are hooked up to a trigger. So if you have ConvertKit, for example, they have these things called automations up here. So anytime somebody takes action, like let's say that I gave them 4 options. I said, are you about the golf swing? Are you about chipping, putting, the golf mental game? Whichever one they click on, then I could have them automatically subscribe to some sort of newsletter sequence related just to that topic. So I could get real specific then. They click on putting. They want more information on putting. I could have them hooked up a trigger to subscribe them to my putting newsletter. So now all they get is putting tips. They no longer get, general emails that aren't related to what they're really concerned about. So that's one way to get deeper with your subscribers, to give them content that's more relevant to what they actually are looking for. All right, 4 other rules for when you create your newsletter series. You want to subscribe to your own newsletter. That way you get the emails as well, so that you know when everybody else got them at the same time. You also want to be able to keep reading and previewing your emails time to time that you're getting sent, that you're sending out. So by you getting sent them, you can open them up and read them to kind of get a feel for, the shoes you'd be in if you were a subscriber to your own newsletter. You want to keep the format of your email simple. Try to avoid big globs of text. You'll notice here in some of my emails, we break it up into like little paragraphs of 1 to 2 sentences. That way it's not some big bulky, glob of text like you're seeing right here. But these happen to be bullet points, so they're all kind of spaced. But that's typically a rule of thumb to keep the format simple. I like to break text up into small chunks. Have simple, plain black text, easy to read font on a white background. Just keep your email simple. We don't need colorful orange backgrounds in our emails and, white font and red font and like crazy stuff like that. You also should include a call to action in your emails as well. So not only are you giving away value, like they're reading my newsletter, getting, downloadable resources. This is like my call to action for this email. So they read your email, and then, at the end of the email, you let them know like what to do next. So that's what a call to action would be. Like, hey, next I want you to check out, this article, or next check out this free worksheet, so give them something to do. And then the last tip, of course, is pretty straightforward. Always preview your email before you hit send. You want to make sure it looks professional. It's error-free. Sometimes you can send a test email to yourself first before you send it out to your entire list. That way you can make sure you understand what it's going to look like in somebody's browser on their mobile phone or on their desktop. So you can go into Gmail, you can go into Yahoo, you can test different email softwares or email inboxes to see how they look in each different type of inbox people might be opening them from. All right, so that's it for this article. I just talked about the 11 different types of emails to send, gave you some basic tips on your email newsletter if you're going to build out a newsletter to send people when they subscribe to your list. We talked about broadcast emails, email format. So overall, if you got value, you can check the email or the blog post out. I'll link to it below in the video. You can also check playlists. We've got more videos similar to email marketing tips in my YouTube playlist. So go over to my channel, subscribe, click on the playlist, find email, ConvertKit tutorials, and you can learn how to use the ConvertKit email software to build out welcome series, broadcast emails, set up automations, and then track subscriber growth over time on their little data analytics chart here. Yo, check this out. So if you type in asknickfoy.teachable.com, asknickfoy.teachable.com, when you hit enter, it's going to open up my resource library. So I've been working on tons of training video modules, and I put them together in these different courses. And you can go over here to asknickfoy.teachable.com, and you can learn how to start a website that makes money. So this is called Profitable Blogger. You can also learn how to make money from social media like Pinterest. You can also learn real estate investing. So these are 3 ways I currently make money right now. I'm making $6,000 to $7,000 a month. I've already come out with a video showing you how I was making $1,400 a week a little while back, and we're on pace to eventually get to $10K a month passive income through websites, through social media, and through real estate investing. So these 3 methods combined, I created these 3 training courses. You can go here to asknickfoy.teachable.com to check them out, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside when you enroll in them. Yo, before you go, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, Nick Foy TV. If you hover the lower right corner of your video right now, you're gonna see the little red subscribe button. When you hover that, it's gonna pop up that subscribe button, and it would mean a lot. I already appreciate you gave me your time, your attention today, but if you could also hit that subscribe button, support the channel, and smash the like button, as they all say in every YouTube video. So smash the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.